All right, guys, welcome to Kitchen Daddy. Really excited this week. This is going to be my first time that I've ever done proper barbecue. That's right, we're going to make an incredible smoked brisket. We're going to give it a wonderful dry rub with some salt, pepper, paprika, and some fennel seeds. And then we're going to cook that low and slow over some applewood and hickory for about 10 to 12 hours. Guys, I've found out that this is a complete schoolboy error to even try brisket for your first time cooking it. So I'm kind of expecting this to either be a miracle or a disaster. Either way, we're gonna have a lot of fun. So come on, you know it, let's get into it. Right, to kick things off, I've got a small fire burning in the center of the smoker. That's going really well. So I'm just gonna fill that up with loads of charcoal all the way around. So we've got enough fuel to keep that going for 10 to 12 hours. Now, brisket is a big old piece of meat and it also has quite a big layer of fat all over it. Now, because we're going to cook that low and slow, it's not going to have a chance to render all of that fat. So we need to trim most of that off. Now, I'm not going to be too precious about this. Let's just cut off any big layers of fat, but make sure we leave some on there so it can keep the meat nice and moist as that renders down. Now, for the rub, we need equal quantities of black pepper, salt, fennel seeds, chili flakes, and smoked paprika. Now let's give that a really good mix around, and we want to sprinkle that very liberally all over the brisket. Now, if you've got any spices left over, pop them to the side because next week I'm going to show you how to make an amazing barbecue sauce. And if you're watching this after next week, have a look in the comments below or the little section below and I should have a link there. Right, the fire's looking great. Let's get the chimney on there. We need our water bowl and the grill and let's get that brisket on. Now for our smoky flavour, I'm going to chuck in a couple of lumps of applewood and hickory. And guys, I'm just going to keep doing that throughout the cook so we've always got that lovely smoky flavour coming through. Right, let's get a lid on. We're going to cook that for about 4 hours. We want that between 200 degrees Fahrenheit and 250 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's basically 90 degrees Celsius and about 120 Celsius. Guys, we'll come back and check on that in about 4 hours and that's when we're going to wrap it. This has had 4 hours and it's looking absolutely amazing. And I just love this kind of pool of fat that's gathering on the top. I don't know if it's a sign, but I'm thinking it's time to wrap this up in some foil. So let's get that off. Now, what I was thinking, guys, what I could do is actually layer over all of that fat that we trimmed off at the beginning. Maybe we could just make that into really thin slices, layer it all over, and that can make the brisket even more moist as it cooks for the next kind of 7 hours. But I thought, you know what? I'm already kind of messing around enough with this already. I've got a better idea. Let's get a whole load of Worcestershire sauce on there. So we've got, Worcestershire sauce is an integral part of barbecue, so let's get that on. And we're also going to add a pack of butter. So let's smash all of that all over the brisket. Right, I've got this elaborate tin foil wrapping system here. So let's just wrap this all up. Let's get that back on the smoker. I've been really lucky. This has been holding smack bang at about 225. So we're just going to leave that for 7 hours. Right, it has been a seriously long day. We started smoking this at 8:30. It's now 7:30, so it's been on for 11 hours. So it's time for our first big reveal. So we're going to take this off, unwrap it, and then we're going to let it rest for about an hour. God, I'm excited. The way I see it is, I can't go wrong. It's my first ever brisket, so if I screw it up, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm sure it's going to be tasty anyway. So here we go. I mean, you can see how the the foil has gone from silver almost to like a golden colour from all that smoke. I mean, here we go. So Here's, oh, look at this, guys. Look at that. I'm kind of giving that a nudge and it's just starting to fall apart. I'm actually going to pop it back in with all those beautiful juices which have come out in the roasting pan. So I'll see you in 1 hour's time so we can finally eat this thing. Come on. Guys, there's no way I could get away with commenting on my own brisket. So I've got my mate Jeff here. He does amazing barbecue, absolutely amazing barbecue, and he absolutely nails brisket. So I thought, what better way to see whether I've got it right or not than get this boy over. Now, we've cut off a couple of slices from here. That's the flat end. This is the cap, is that right?
Call it the point.
The point, not the cap. There you go. Lesson 1 here, that's what we like. So I'm just going to cut it down, cut it across here. Oh, have a look at that. Have a look at that. Oh, and that's looking brilliant. So if you see this, this was a big line of fat down there, and that has all rendered through. So I'm really, really pleased with that. So we've got our kind of flat end, we've got our point. Oh, I mean, that is just, oh. Okay, get into it, go for it.
Awesome, looks amazing.
Oh man.
Just melts, so good.
Is that over? Isn't there a pull test where you just go?
Looks about right.
Oh man.
No, not over at all.
Get stuck in. That fat, honestly guys, that fat, it's like, it's almost like bouillon, isn't it? It's just so caramelized, it's so beautiful, and just melts away. I am very, 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 very happy because I thought this was going to be an absolute disaster, and
not a disaster. It's awesome. Congratulations.
Come on! Right, we're never.
Yeah,
we are never doing brisket again, guys. I've nailed it the first time. Beginner's luck. Guys, if you like the recipe, like it, give us a thumbs up, leave a nice comment below, give us some banter. Root Boy down in Florida, let me know what you think of this, and if you guys are actually smoking at home and doing this kind of stuff, if you've got any other tips, get them in the comments. I'd love for all the audience to learn how to do this even better and other different flavor combinations that you do. Cheers guys, take care, bye-bye. Do you want some more?
awesome. Well done. Yes, so good.
Fat end or thin end?
Let's do one of the combo slices again.
Oh,
One more time.
the combo. Look at that.
See, you see, like it just looks like.
Oh, absolutely. Get into that, chap. Get into it. Oh, we're still rolling. See? Oh, man. Come on.
I think.
Next week, we're making a sweet and spicy barbecue sauce and a lovely creamy, crunchy coleslaw to turn this brisket into the most amazing barbecue brisket sandwich you've ever tasted. See you next week, and make sure you subscribe not to miss this video.